Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Doctor. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest. Just a little bit rainy, and that is exactly how we like it. If you are new to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button. We are trying to hit 5K subscribers so that I can actually get sponsored. Thank you so much ahead of time. I do appreciate it. Now, this video is going to be a little bit, not of a rant, but just a very long me talking video. So wherever you are, maybe you're sitting in bed, get comfortable and get ready to listen to me. You're not going to need to look at the screen in order to hear everything I have to say. Now, there's a lot of conversations on this raid, and particularly I'm hearing a lot of it's boring, it's too hard, people are curating their parties too much, they're kicking me when I don't need to get kicked, I don't have a unit that anybody wants. And I would say, first, I want to validate that, right? Like, I think everyone needs a little bit of validation, and I think, yeah, depending on how you're playing, you could be experiencing all of those things. I also think, however, that everyone has the power to change that, and I think, depending on your perspective, you are going to just get angry, and if you're being angry, you're being angry to be angry. Why do I feel that way? I feel like if you're experiencing boredom in this, it's because you're grinding it nonstop. You have no need to grind this raid nonstop. You probably have other important things to do in your life. And there is nothing in this raid that you need right this second. The only thing grinding this raid gets you is more accuracy if you get a +1, +2, +3, +4, or +5 Alexandrite Ring. That is the only thing it can get you. It can get you more materials, it can get you more ranking, but recognize that the only reason you're grinding this in terms of account benefit is either for the ranking reward, or it's because you need more accuracy on a accessory. That's the perspective that I would like to paint, because I think everyone can easily farm an Alexandrite Ring and awaken it to +5 in the 7 days that this event is going, just by using the reinforcement support bonus and farming this raid on low levels. So if you are bored in this event, I'm sorry, but there is going to be a lot more raids, and a lot of these raids are going to feature Alexandrite Ring as a farming opportunity. You do not need to farm +5 right this second in this week, and arguably, you have no reason to. You can max out the elemental resist on the Alexandrite Ring just by awakening it. It's not by +1, +2, +3, +4, +5ing it. It's just by awakening it. So literally, the only thing you are getting by +5ing that Alexandrite Ring is more accuracy. And yes, it is a substantial amount of accuracy. I would question, though, whether you need it or whether you just feel like it's something you have to have. Now, I'm not trying to upset any of you guys, but I'm just trying to paint a healthy perspective, because you don't want to burn out on this raid. There's going to be other raids. Just because the raid is here this weekend, you should still farm Gill Snappers. I'm going to be farming Gill Snappers. And I think there's good reason to farm Gill Snappers. There's probably more things you can do to benefit your account over the week-long period of this event than farming a +5 Alexandrite Ring. And I actually guarantee you there's many things you could be doing that are better for your account than farming a +5 Alexandrite Ring. The gun equipment event that's out right now does drop eggs. If you farmed as many eggs as you were farming the raid right now, you could probably max level a lot of your cards. I know this weekend, I am specifically going to be focusing a lot on farming eggs so that I can max out my 4-star Odin card, because I want to have a maxed out Odin, and that is going to affect me and my characters substantially more than doing the raid. Now, let's talk about some of the other issues that are going on in raid right now. There's a lot of people who are complaining that they don't have a unit that they can bring to the raid. You might not, but you can still farm the low level tier of the raid. Even players who are not fully leveled can farm the low level tier of the raid They can get the reinforcement bonus, and they can get the Alexandrite Ring. In fact, they could probably get enough materials to max it out. Yes, you're not going to be able to farm the +5. You could probably maybe farm the Rainbow Fragments of Thought if you needed those instead. You might have to prioritize a little bit more. But if you're not max level, you should not be expecting to get everything out of this event. But Doctor is what you guys are going to say. I don't have a unit that's really good in this event. That might be true. And what you can do to set yourself up for the future is actually to level a unit that every single person in the game should have, and that's Vadim. Vadim has access to Steal Time. He has been used up to level 120 that I've personally seen to clear the content, and he's a valuable unit to have during raids. There are many parties that are recruiting Steal Time characters. In fact, I would rather take 3 Lucias and a Vadim than 4 Lucias. Of course, Yerma is going to be better. But I've seen people clear level 120 content with Vadim in one shot. If you're free to play, if you're a newer player, this is an excellent investment for raids. If you don't want to have to buy a character to be the most efficient, so to say, in a raid, then level up Vadim. He's a wonderful character. And even if you don't level up Vadim, you can still get the base Alexandrite Ring, get that 5% elemental resistance. You could probably even farm the Rainbow Fragments of Thought. Now, let's talk about one of the other issues people are having with it, and that's about curating parties. If I am trying to run a level 80 Flan, and I put in my description that I'm recruiting wind only, that doesn't mean you should join with your Medina. Also, just to point out there, you see how it says Medina and Steal Time? That would be a party that a Vadim could easily join. I would never join that party because I don't have Steal Time and I don't have Lucia. Now, if you're upset because you're getting kicked out of parties, it's because they're trying to curate their parties and it is not a personal attack on you. Think about that. There's so many people that are upset that they're getting kicked out of parties. They feel like they're not able to be successful. If you were getting kicked out of a level 19 or 20 party, yeah, that party leader is probably an idiot. Just go rejoin another one. But if you're getting kicked out of level 61 parties, if you're getting kicked out of parties that ask you to change your card, you should probably be able to change your card. You should probably be able to look at the instructions and join those parties. You shouldn't just be spamming quick search and hopping into whoever you can hop into. You should be reading the descriptions and going in. There's nothing wrong with people curating their parties. They are asking for a specific type of unit to join their group because they want to use a specific strategy around chaining. And chaining is one of the most important ways to do the high-level flans. And if you are joining their group to interrupt their chain, that is not going to be efficient, and it could end up making them use their raid orbs for the day. They are trying to one-shot it. They're trying to employ strategies that you might implement when you were doing the hard Iron Giant trial, for example. There were a lot of people that complained about their Mons getting kicked out of the hard Iron Giant trial. Well, maybe you should have brought a DPS or a different unit. That content, that tier of content is not designed for everyone, and you are not entitled to clear that content if you don't have a unit that's not able to be useful, or to use a unit, or to curate your own party to clear it. Yes, you will have access to the drops. Yes, you can farm the lower level access to stuff. But that does not mean that you're going to get everything from the raid. And that's okay, because it comes back. Yeah, it might be a little bit more inconvenient, but that sort of entitlement to feeling like you should be able to farm everything quite easily really takes the joy out of the game for a lot of people. They want that challenge. They have spent thousands of dollars investing in their characters. They should deserve to have a challenge. So should we. I'm a dolphin. So should my husband. He's free to play. He's loving this. He's going in with his Medina. My husband's free to play. His Medina's level 79, and he's doing strategies in the level 120s with my guild members. And he's still being useful because he's sitting down, partnering, and following the strategy. So if you are struggling to build a group, you might want to examine your side of it, whether it's because of them or whether it's because it's actually something you can do. And something else I would challenge you guys to evaluate is if there's something else you could be doing better with your time to expand your account. I think for me, I don't need that Alexandrite Ring +5. Many of you guys might not even be level 99 yet. That's going to be way more useful than sitting here spamming the raid trying to get a low tier Alexandrite Ring. Yeah, maybe you'll get one. That would be pretty good. Maybe you want to farm up the recipes, and that's good too. Or maybe you need the Rainbow Fragments of Thought. You should be able to do that. But there's probably so many other things you could do to invest in your account and your character that you might not need to do that right this second. That's sort of my thoughts and opinions on this, everyone. I think that there's a lot of people who might be upset with this, and maybe that's because they're upset with the situation, or they're not able to accurately place where they're at in the game. So overall, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please do remember to like and subscribe. Also, if you are looking to purchase Visior, do use my Amazon coin affiliate link. Of course, it saves you 20% on Visior and it gives 10% to me. Finally, make sure you drop a comment in the YouTube section and come check out our Discord. Have a great day, everyone.